I have used QuantCrawler to pass 7 prop firm accounts in the last 25 days. I'm going to show you the proof of that. I'll show you the certificates that the accounts are mine, everything like that. And I'll show you how you can get to QuantCrawler, how you can sign up for a free 30-day trial. And I'll show you how I pair that with the 5-minute opening range break. Between those two, the 5-minute opening range and QuantCrawler and Asia Session Gold, I have moved 7 accounts out of evaluation stage or combine on TopStep and Apex trading, which in total, all of them are $50,000 accounts, which gives me a total combined account value of $350,000 for futures trading. So here's where we're going to start first. We're going to start in TopStep. Now, this right here, I'll refresh the page so you guys know there's nothing going on here. This is my real page. Right down here under achievements, you can see Trading Combine Pass. This one was on October 27th. It looks like this one right here. And then this one is on November 17th. It looks like this right here. It technically was the 18th, but it's uploaded the 17th. You can see that date right there. Then come over here into Apex Trader Funding, where my name up here in the top right, I'll refresh this page. You can see I have 5 active PAs. I have 12 active evals going. The thing I love about Apex, by the way, to get to this, you don't need to have a consistency rule. On a $50,000 account, you need to turn the balance into 53,000. So you need to make $3,000 trading. You can do it in one day. I have another account that's not even on here that's going to clear today that I did this morning on November 21st. So I'll actually have more than this, but this is all I can prove to you right now until that uploads. So again, we're refreshing. This is my page right up here. There's nothing going on here. I can't fake this after refreshing. So here you go. Here's number 1 on the 21st. Here's number 2 on the 21st. Number 3 on the 21st. We did 3 in one day. The 21st, make it 4 in one day. And the 21st, make it 5 in one day. All of these purchased on these days, all completed on the 21st. So I have these 5 and I have these 2 available for me. 7 accounts, $50,000 a piece. So this is how I did it. The first one I'm going to show you is the 5-minute opening range break. This is the easiest strategy you could possibly do. It is the most simple, and everything about it is easy if you know what you're looking for. So I have this indicator up here called key levels. It looks like this right here. You have key levels by Liquid Trader. Once you add it to your chart, you want to open up the settings, uncheck these boxes. There'll be a couple others here. Just click opening range and change it to 5. Then at the very bottom, make sure you are in the New York or whatever time zone you are trading. You can do the London session, the Asia session, but I do this for New York. I don't trade it in any other session. Not that you couldn't, but I just don't do it during those. London, I'm asleep, and Asia is too slow for me. So set to New York again, 5-minute open right here on the opening range. It will auto mark this as soon as it is available. Once that's there, you switch down to the 1 minute. Scroll back, we're at the end of the day. I actually took this trade this morning, so I know that this one worked, but I'm going to show you exactly how it plays out. So here's what you want to do. 5-minute opening range starts. You're waiting for a breakout below. Now, to me, this right here does not classify a breakout. I'm looking for a candle to close outside of this range, and technically this one right here did, but look how small it is. To me, that's not an official breakout. That's just too tight. I don't, that's not enough movement for me. So it comes back, it pops, tries to pop out the top of the zone, it immediately corrects. Now, right here, this to me is a break. I have a clear defined gap that doesn't immediately correct on the next candle. So I'm okay with this right here. So let me zoom back out a little. So here's what I did this morning. It breaks out of the bottom of the zone, it comes back in, and I'm looking for it to come back to the midpoint, which I have a video out on this that I'll link in here. I have the midpoint marked. I'm waiting for it to come back and test the midpoint. When that happens, I'm going in. So I set my stop loss at the top of the zone right here, 62, and I'm targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward. You can already see here that I entered in close to the top, close to the middle here because I was waiting for this. I actually think I was right on the middle, if I'm just being honest. I'll have to double check the video, but either way, still plays out. I was right around here, a 1 to 2. I entered into the trade at 10:06, and by 10:10, 4 minutes later, it had automatically corrected out of the zone, just like I knew it was going to, and took a 1 to 2 risk to reward. That's how the opening range break works. You essentially are marking out the first 5-minute candle, which is the 9:30 candle, waiting for a breakout on the 1 minute. This did not qualify for me. I just didn't like it. Some people that would have worked, but they would have lost because it immediately corrected to the top. And I wanted a better breakout. I got it right here. It came back and touched the midpoint. That was enough for me. I went in, I set my stop loss at the top of the zone. It came back down in a short, just like I was hoping it would, and it hit my take profit 4 minutes later. If you continued watching this, you could have done it again over here as well. You see, let me just remove this. You get to the midpoint, you get a breakout, and it retests the zone again. It didn't go to the midpoint, but some people play, if it just retests the zone, they like it, and they'll take that play all day. So if you took it that way, you would set your stop loss at the midpoint of the zone. You wouldn't want to go to the top. That'd be too much risk. Go to the midpoint and you're targeting a 1 to 2. That's 61 points. So you want this to be 122 or so, give or take. And then again, you would have entered right here at 1026 and you would have been out at 1029. 3 minutes later. You would have targeted another 1 to 2 risk to reward. If you were risking 500, you would have made 1,000, just like I did back over here. So I could have doubled up, but I wasn't watching. So I had already completed my trade for the day. I was up 1,000 and that was good enough for me and I moved on. Missed opportunity, sure, but didn't lose anything either. So now once this is done and I've done my opening range break, I am done trading the New York session. I wait for the Asia session to start. And this is where QuantCrawler comes into play. QuantCrawler is something that I built that originally started on ChatGPT. It's still there on ChatGPT if you want to access it on that one, but I've also built it into its own website. It's far more detailed on the website. The analysis is better. Everything about it is better off the website. You can use whatever one you want. If you want to use the ChatGPT version, you have to have the $20 a month GPT Plus to be able to access the GPTs on there. If you don't want to do that, you can come to quantcrawler.com. You can start a free trial. You get 30 days for free, and then it's $9.99 a month after that. So it's half the cost of ChatGPT. This is better. It's more advanced. You can see everything that it can do here. You can see it in action right here of me making a tutorial of exactly how this works and the trade that it gives me to take in there. I went at the end of the video after I had edited everything and tested the trade that this one told me. We would have made another $1,000, but I was in the middle of recording how to do it and not taking trades. So I missed out on $1,000 filming that tutorial. Once you sign up here, you log in. This is what it looks like. You can see here, we have a link to our Discord. We have the My Account button, which is where you can access Stripe, where you can adjust your membership if you need to, see your billing details, update your billing details, all of that. I'll very quickly show you. We have the futures tab right here. We have a Forex tab if you trade Forex, and we have a crypto tab if you trade crypto. You can do one, all of them, none of them, whatever one you want to do, you can go into it. There's no additional charge to have access to it. And we do have options coming here shortly as well. There will be another tab right here that'll say options, and it will be a dark forest green. You can see here we have the color patterns. We have orange for Forex, purple for crypto, and blue for futures. And then options will be a forest green. So is what you want to do here for QuantCrawler specifically is go to the 15-minute time frame and you want to start there. Now I turn off all of my indicators because I want this chart to be clean. Where this candle is here, I drag this over to where GC is right here and I try and get it lined up just enough to where it's not covered. You then take a screenshot and you just paste it into QuantCrawler. You do the same thing for the 5-minute, move it as close as you can to get as much of this candle movement as you can into the image, and you paste it here. And then you do the 1 minute, and I kind of expand it so it can see that there's some movement. Like if you were to do it like this, it's just going to tell you it's choppy and it's a flat line. Like this doesn't let it pick up on what's going on. So you need to give it a little bit of movement, some room so it can see that it actually did have movement. It wasn't just a flat line. Once you do that, all you do is hit enter and it does its thing. Now you can see here from the charts you uploaded, it's not liking something on here. This is set up to give you plays. It's not set up to constantly give you go in here because there's not that many plays that present themselves every day. So I even said in our Discord yesterday that you may try to do this 30 times a day and it may only tell you 2 or 3 options. Otherwise, it's going to tell you to stay away because this is built to be a tool. This isn't meant to be something that you try it, do what it says, and then maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. Like we're using this for prop firms. We're using this for analysis and breakdown. This is not meant to be the, futures casino where you come in here and it tells you what to do and you see if it works or not. Maybe you win, maybe you lose, put 20 bucks on red and do you hit? We don't play that way. So this here, we would not be taking a trade, but this is the breakdown of what it gives you. It gives you the ticker. We're looking at GC. Yep, GC. The current price at the time of the screenshots you uploaded was 4058. We're slightly above that right now, but we were probably in this zone when it was happening. So we're right around there. Price is close. Entry it tells you an entry and it just matches the current price, but there's no play. The direction right here is stay away. And it's telling you why right here under the confidence. Only a 10% confidence in the charts. Each chart is rated being worth 30%. So you have a potential 30, 60, 90%. Then if the chart is choppy, like this right here, there's a 10% deduction, and that's how it comes up with its confidence rating. 1 out of 3 confluence is 30%, 15-minute is choppy, 5-minute is choppy. The final output is 10%, telling you to stay away. This is what it looks like last night in the Asia session. When I switch here to the one I ran last night at 9:07, we were looking at MNQ. It said 3 of 3 confluences, 90% confidence. That's as high as you can get. And it said long. And the reason for it was right here. The 15-minute chart shows a clear downtrend that has found support on the 5-minute chart, and the 1-minute chart is showing signs of upward momentum, including a potential reversal or bounce. It was in a downtrend, but it's hit the support and it's pinging back off the 5 and the 1. So that gave it the confluence and direction to go in long. Now, it gives you 2 options here. And I'll go back to the GC that we originally were looking at, but it gives you a single contract. If you just go into GC one time, one contract, risking $200, I don't recommend that. This is too tight. This is too small of a budget to go into full GC. If you're doing $200, you should go into MGC. For this scenario, it's telling you your stop distance will be 2 points below. Target distance is 4. You'd be targeting a 1 to 2 risk to reward. If you wanted to do multiple contracts with 3, it's going to tell you this is your entry point, this is your stop, and this is your target. But these numbers, of course, are skewed because you're doing a $200 risk on a full size. 0.1 tick is $10 on GC. That's why it's 2 points. $2 movement in gold would get you there. So you would not want to take any of this. It also told us to stay away. Then option 3 right here is the pro trader favorite, which this is just chart structure. This isn't a 1 to 2 risk to reward. It's just telling you what it sees on the chart based on resistance and support. You can then see here again, it reiterates 15 minutes choppy, -10, 5 minutes choppy. The 5-minute repeats it as well, choppy, choppy. And then the 1-minute sharp downward momentum confirmed. Here's the support level. Here's the resistance level, and so on. So if we then pop back to MNQ, what we were looking at where it actually gave us a play, these are the ones that make more sense. A $200 risk total gives you a 100-point stop to a 200-point target distance. You have a lot more room for movement here, and this is giving you the play to take. So it's telling you entry at 24050. The stop is at 23950, and the target 24250. It's telling you exactly what to do. You want a little bit quicker action, you go 3 contracts. You have a tighter stop and a tighter target, so more risk, more reward. 3 contracts instead of 1. You get your money quicker, and you also could lose quicker. Again, same thing with the chart structure. And then the key levels, support and resistance right here. So pairing the 5-minute opening range break in the New York session with the Asia session gold QuantCrawler analysis, I have taken all of these accounts, 5 on Apex, 2 on TopStep, and I have 1 more coming from Apex today that I cleared this morning that, again, I told you guys I made a video on. It's going to be linked here in the description. So that's going to give me 8 accounts that are all funded, that are all available for payouts as soon as I hit my metrics on those. And this is how I did it. Opening range break, QuantCrawler. It's the only way I did it. It's the only way I'm going to do it. And that's how I'm making my full-time monthly income.